Hey guys, Hackers on here. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel to hang out with me for a bit, where we check out a new indie game every single day, and today that is Foretales. Supposed to be kind of like a card-based, choose-your-own-adventure fantasy type game. I don't know, it looks pretty cozy, and I like the art, so I'm super stoked to check it out. So let's hop straight in, and as always, if you dig the content, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, as we do upload every single day. Alrighty. Okay, a mysterious patron. I think this is going to be a pretty narrative-heavy thing, being like choose-your-own-adventure-y, so... Volpain? Volpain? Okay, Volpain needs money to help his father and the local miners. His friend Leo says there's someone in town with a very lucrative job offer. Cool. Okay. Welcome to Foretales, an adventure game where you progress by combining cards and exploring decks. Sounds unique. This is it, Volpain, our ticket to the easy life. One last job and our days of stealing apples from the market are behind us. That's what you said last time, so who is this contact of yours? His name's Timothy. He says he's has worked for people like us. And you're sure he can pay? Because I could really do with the money right now. Don't worry, he promised a hefty reward. Should be more than enough to help you with your father and the miners with their strike. And for me to take an early retirement. He's just a little difficult to track down sometimes. We'd better ask around then.
Looks like a good place to start.
Okay. Good day to you, young bird. How can I be of assistance? We're looking for someone by the name of Timothy. I see. Very secretive fellow he is. I think I heard something about him the other day, but sadly my memory isn't what it once was. Right, and what might jog your memory, I wonder? A bite to eat usually does the trick. About 5 food should be sufficient. 5 food, that's enough to last a few days. Ignore my friends here. We'll come back with some food for you. We already have 1 food, just 4 to go. Typical region of the game is composed of 3 to 6 location cards placed on the board. You can learn more by hovering your cursor over a card. Sometimes cursor on cards will also trigger dialogue or reaction from your characters. Try it out for yourself. Left click on the left card with the beggar. He will remind you of what he wants. Okay, we're going to do that, but one moment, because it's a little loud. Alright, there we go. Much better. Okay, so... the beggar, nothing happens in Eisenberg. Without the old beggar knowing about it, he's always willing to share his knowledge for a good bite. Would you spare a morsel of food for an old beggar? Cool. Wouldn't call 5 a morsel. This is demanding work for an old man like me. I'd like to see you try it. Yeah, you'll get your food, alright? You have 2 types of action cards at your disposal. Skill cards for your adventurers, and consumable cards. Targets will often be location cards, but not always. When you hover over one of your cards, the possible targets are highlighted along with hints as to what will happen if you play there. So pay attention to what it is highlighted and where the hints appear. Conversely, if you place your cursor over elements of the board, it will highlight the action cards you can play there. Take a moment to explore your current cards and see if you can figure out a way to find enough food to proceed. Okay, and that's a hint, I assume. Creatures are looking around for your party. They will sometimes appear on your path whenever you explore. Oh, neat. What's this one? Here lie the unfortunates who had to die for your cause. Oh, crap, like a death pile. Okay, from left to right, these are the next locations you will visit. Okay, poor district. Population here are in dire need of help, but can also offer assistance if they're asked nicely enough. This location has a 50% chance to spawn a hostile token if compatible characters are present in the search party deck. Old well, good place to refresh oneself or make quick wish. Location has 50% chance to spawn. Oh, same thing. Suspicious street. A gold coin lies suspiciously on the pavement of the shady looking street. The trap is obvious, but what do they say? Seek Parvis Magna. Something Latin. I don't know. Location will spawn a hostile card for sure. And then Noisy Tavern. Perfect place to get some rest and recruit fellow adventurers. Stay a while, listen closely, and you just might hear something useful. Okay, so those are the locations. Hang on, this is the rest deck. Rest cards can be used to recover some skill cards in your adventurers. Even if you can see all rest cards for the region, you can only use the top part of the deck. Don't dawdle too much because the last rest card is always a synonym of game over. Game over. Jesus. Interesting. Hopeless. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So let's see. Wait. What is this? Some marketplace. Apple merchant. Don't be fooled by his jolly banter. Much of gossip as he is a merchant. The sight, sound, smell of the city. Okay, so we can use money to buy food. We can get 2 food from either of them. but that'll cost 2 money, I assume. Whereas this one costs 1 money. What's this stuff? Okay. So we can steal food from that guy. Oh, these are all different. There's so many different options. We need 5 food. So I think we're going to buy a little bit of food from him. Give us food, please. Thank you. Okay, I see how it works. One very important rule to remember. You can only play 1 card per location card on the board. Sometimes it will transform the target card into another that, but most of the time it will just consume it and travel to the next card. A standard used card from the board will go back to the bottom of the deck, the exploration deck. Once a slot is available, it will automatically be filled with the top card from the exploration deck. You can't run out of location cards to explore because the exploration deck always cycles. Okay, well, now we're going to steal from this guy. Bam! Smooth. He didn't notice a thing. Okay, I think we've got enough food now. Let's see what this guy knows. Lead the way. Alright. Do we have to use the food on him, or will it work here? Alright, we gotta use it on him. There we go. Ugh, Jesus. Thank you, young bird. Now, about this Timothy chap. But of course, where are my manners? Here, follow this path. Ooh.
That should show the way. Very generous of you.
Thanks for the tip, friend. A good day to you, bird. Well, what now? I suppose we should follow the old beggar's directions on that piece of paper. Sometimes you'll have to seek directions to progress in the story and reach new destinations. Check the descriptions on your cards. That piece of paper? Yes, that one. Alright. Oh, there's combat here. Beware, a hostile token is blocking this card. You won't be able to play any cards on this suspicious street until you get rid of those bandits. If you left-click on the token, you can see the creatures forming the group and decide whether to engage or not. Most confrontations start with a negotiation phase. If you have the correct resources, you might be able to discard this threat without any violence. But if you don't absolutely need to play a card here, you may as well avoid any conflict and play on the other cards available. Okay, cool. Well, unless there's any kind of bonus to me doing it, yeah, I don't care. Alright. Directions to Timothy. The old beggar has marked the map with Timothy's location. All Volpain needs to do is find the nearest marketplace and follow the directions from there. So we need to get marketplace. So I guess we can just get rid of these. Here, let's make a wish, see what happens. This looks like a good spot to refill our canteens. I wish I was famous. Oh, we got like renown, reputation, something like that. Fame. Cool. Grim. Food, money. This is the noisy tavern. So we can give some food out to get a lot more fame. Fame usually leads to good things, and like when we need to have good social interactions. Yeah, we'll do that. We have 6 fame, which is probably just a resource, I assume. There we go. And marketplace, right? Yep. So we can use this. This is neat. Okay. A heavily bandaged figure stood alone in the alleyway. He looked like he was waiting for someone. As Volpain and Leo approached, the figure turned to greet them. Ah, Leo, so you're finally here. You brought a crow. I'm a shoebill. But of course you are. We heard you have work? Do I ever? But before we get down to brass tacks, I always like to get an understanding of who it is I'm working with. What do you mean? I'd like the demonstration of the value you'll bring to this operation. Demonstration? Yeah, you know, skills, my boys. Show me your skills. The pair looked at each other perplexed. What does he mean, skills? Skills in combat, sleight of hand, or maybe just a good old trick shot from Leo? Just do what you do best? Okay, well, we can use a few things here. Peppery diversion. Nimble hands. Perfect way to cause a commotion. Incapacitate enemies from combat. For nothing, you have to steal what you can survive. If you're lucky, you'll survive long enough. I think we're going to do this, because this might help us get out of a combat later, so we'll grab this one. What if I were to steal your purse right from under your nose? That would be impressive, especially as you've just warned me you were about to. Hold on one moment. With a wry smile, Volpain produced a finely embroidered purse of gold. The masked figure was taken aback. Very impressive indeed. Here you go. All present and correct. I'll tell you what, keep it. Consider that your first payment. Hey, let's go. I'm glad we did the steal one. Thanks so much. Now then, perhaps you'd like to tell us what it is you needed. I would like for the two of you to acquire an item for me, an instrument, in fact. A very rare and beautiful lyre. that is currently in the possession of the esteemed Lady Cattell. You mean the old bat who lives on the hill? I wouldn't call her that to her face, but yeah, that's her. I'd like you to break into her manor, steal the lyre, and bring it back to me at the Holy Grove. Holy Grove? I know the place well. I'll get you there myself, Volpain. Excellent. Then I shall leave you to it. I look forward to our next meeting. All right, we've got a job to do. At long last, we can get straight to it if you think we're ready to go. Or we could spend some more time on the streets to prepare. It's your call. Actually, how's about a small nap before we set off? You read my mind. Remember, you can only have a limited number of skill cards in your adventurer's decks. Spending too many of their skill cards will tire them out. If you want to recover some skill cards, you will have to use rest cards on the right-hand side of the board. Each rest card has its own set of effects and sometimes a price that you can decide to pay or not. Read them carefully to see what they cost. Okay. Is this the rest card? Because I would like to keep, well, now there's combat, so. What else can we get here? That would be food. We can get some fame, some more food, some fame. Ooh. What? What is that stuff? What is the eyeball? Hang on. What is Grim? Theft, murder, violence, and general lawlessness. A reputation like that guarantee respect among outlaws and make law by the... Oh, yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun. Bam. Hey, cover your damn mouth. I'll cover your mouth, you son of a... Watch out. Cool. Call the watch. Oh, no. Oh, no, that's what the eyeballs were. No. I don't know if I feel good about that. Let's just rest. I think is fine. Okay, so we just choose one, which is the hopeless in this one. Lose 2 health points per adventurer and recover up to 3 skill cards per adventurer. Oh, that's or. Spend 2 food and recover up to 3. We don't have food. Crap. An uneventful stop, recover up to 3. Well, that sounds bad, but okay. How do we do it? Do we need like a spot to do it in? We need food. We need food just in case. Right on time. I'm starving. Uh-oh. Shoot. Okay. How do we do the rest deck? I would like these. Says they can be used. Oh, here. There we go. We just had to click rest. My bad. I did lose a little bit of health, though. That's fine. You recovered some skill cards and suffered no other consequences. Don't expect it to be that easy all the time. The next card in your deck will cost you food or health points. And the last card of the rest deck is always a game over, so be sure to check out how many times you can hope to rest in a region. Once you move on to the next region, the rest deck will be replaced with a new set of cards. The number of rest cards in the next region is independent of how many you've used here. You have completed this region, you can either proceed to the next region, or you might want to spend some more time here to gather resources and allies. Beware, consumables and resources are carried over from one region to the next, but they are not carried over from one mission to the next, so there's no need to hoard excessively. Region complete. Yeah, cool, we'll move on. I think that's fine. I want to see some new stuff. Somewhere in the garden, Leo has brought Volpain to the city gardens, where food is plentiful and secrets lurk around every corner. Deep in the labyrinth lies our hero's destination for the evening, Lady Cattell's manor. Oh, I gotta click it, my bad. Ooh, different shape. Watch out, guards. Ugh, a bunch of you guys. There are now several hostile creatures in the search party, the deck of cards representing the animals chasing your party. Each time a new location card appears on the board, if it has a search party call token with an eye, it may spawn a group of enemies from the search party. Some of your actions may also add hostiles to the search party, hostiles that you may have to face later, so be careful. Got it. Right then, Timothy said the instrument is inside Lady Cattell's manor. Big house with the labyrinth? That's the one, but getting through that hedge maze is going to be tough. I think I saw some gardeners wandering around earlier. Maybe they'd know the way? Okay. So that has a guard. Gardener. Vegetable labyrinth. Okay. We just talked to him. One can get lost in these gardens. Okay, maybe we can offer you... Okay, he'll give us an item. Looks like he'll give us an item pretty much with everything. Let's go eavesdrop. Good to know. Okay, here we go. Cool. Oh, damn it, search party. Is that... Yep. Ooh. Most decks on the board can be browsed. For example, if you check the content of the exploration deck, you can see what will be the next locations to be revealed. Maybe your current objective is somewhere in there. Maybe you want to check if the card you're looking for is coming soon. If a card is not in the exploration deck, there may be a way to access it with some of these effects or some of those effects. And remember, the exploration deck is cycling. Okay, so what are we looking for? Orchard, thorny bushes, patrolled garden, gardener. No, I think the gardener was what we needed, and we got this. Local chit chat, little morsel of gossip heard around town. It might not be worth much, but it's a conversation starter at least. Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Let's just do this just to get a new card here. Could be food inside. I wonder how combat works. Only one way to find out. Maybe that gardener could open the door for us. Okay, so we need this, but then we need the gardener again. So I think we're going to need to fight. But how does this work? Engage? I guess. Didn't it say that we start with a... You started your... I thought there was supposed to be like a negotiation. Okay, yeah, maybe there's no need for violence. Okay. When you hover over the cards at your disposal, you may discover some ways to get rid of some of your opponents. If you get rid of enough opponents, you'll bring the morale of the group down to 0, and the rest will flee. If you use an aggressive card, the confrontation will automatically turn into a fight. But if you don't have any cards to play, or you don't want to play any cards, left-click on the auto battle token to trigger the fight manually. Okay. Well, we can do a couple of things. More likely to be on snack break than on duty. Just a few more years on the force and he can retire to his little place in the country. Well, I don't want to kill you, buddy. What's this one? These are aggressive. Okay. Ooh. Whoa, cool. So we could escape this way maybe, but we can also use our fame to get rid of them. Yeah, why not? And our Grim here. I corrupted him? An enemy was just removed from the confrontation. In most cases, this will subtract its level from the enemy's morale. Should the enemy morale reach 0, the remaining hostiles will flee. The level of an enemy is the number in the top left corner of the card. Oh, damn. So if I got rid of him first, then we would have been fine. We'll do it again, though. We got plenty of resources.
Good thing no one told them about all the, stealing.
Cool. Okay, so we got rid of them, and we don't have search party people anymore. Patrolled garden. I think we do this.
Could be something good there.
Look, I can see some documents that think they'll be useful. Only one way to find out. Maybe the guard. Yeah, I know, but we have 3 of this one now. What? So we have to engage again? Okay, well, let's engage again. See what else we can do. We still got plenty of stuff. Okay, what's their morale? See if we can do this a little bit better. Morale is 2. So if we can just get rid of this guy, then the rest will leave. Yeah, let's do that.
Those good deeds have finally
Bam, 0. Now everyone, right? You've brought the enemy morale to 0. All remaining hostiles will now flee for their lives. When you trigger a panic, each fleeing enemy will grant you 1 fame, whatever their level. Cool.
Chances, eh?
Oh, sweet. So I just got the 2 back that we just spent. Hell yeah. Oh, that was way better. Okay, I guess we'll use one of these. Yeah, this can get us some fame. Why not? Oh, here's the gardener. Okay. Yes, so now we need to talk to you into opening this. One can get lost in these gardens. He can give us an item. But we did that. Whoa, hang on. What is all this? A Grim, a Scythe, patrol, and food. If we kill him, Jesus. Well, we don't need to kill him. We need him to unlock it for us. Little help, please. Oh, anytime, my friend. There we go. Now all we need to do is lead the gardener to the labyrinth, and the rest should be easy. We'll see about that. Okay, well, we have the labyrinth right here. So, yep, there we go. We have an appointment with the lady of the house. Would you be able, or would you show us the way through the maze? I've trimmed these hedges many times. Follow
That's
me.
quite a
Whoa,
stench.
it's like a spider lady. Ooh, what is it? Sorry, sirs, I'd rather not go any further. What? You're serious? We're barely halfway. It's this statue, sirs. Bad luck. It is haunted. The gardener backed away from the statue nervously, leaving Volpain and Leo alone. They had to admit it was rather foreboding sight. Great. Shh, I think I hear a guard patrol coming. Quick, hide!
Well, I hope you have a good lawyer.
Right
Volpan.
under the front of the statue. Patrols we can deal with, but how are we going to find our way through the rest of this labyrinth? There's got to be a map around here somewhere. How else do the gardeners find their way in and out? Maybe you're right. Let's circle back and see if we can find a map. If at any point you're lost during a mission, you can always use the hint system. Hovering over the button will show a very condensed reminder of your current objective. Using the hint system will trigger some help based on your current station. I don't think we need to do that. We got to find a map. Bushes, patrolled garden. Okay, gardener again, and orchard. None of these imply map to me. Here, let's cycle a couple of cards. Okay, we got gardener again. We don't need to kill him. Okay, he helped us again. Now, can we use him on a different location? I don't know if we've done Thorny Bush yet. So it looks like we can... What is the scratch? Oh, no? I guess let's see what that does. Oh, hang on. Deals 1 damage to party, but we get healing plants. No, I don't think we really need that. We can get a bunch of food from this. Get a bunch of food from that. Let's do that. I mean, can we just fight these guys? We got pretty good stuff going.
I hope you boys have a warrant.
Controlled garden. Yeah, let's fight. Let's do some fighting. I got plenty of fame to take care of things. Yeah, you're 1.5. Shh, get out of here. Get out of here. And I'll get 1 to make up for that.
Deal. That was you, by the way.
Okay. Now, can we do anything with this? No, we can't actually. Huh. Yeah, maybe we just fight? Maybe? Yeah, let's get some food.
You know what they say. An apple a day.
Because 9 is kind of a lot. And you were honestly not helpful for anything, TBH. What happens if we grim him? What item do we get? You come with us now. Oh, okay. That's pretty good. Yeah, we're just cycling through the same things over and over here. Yeah, let's get some more food and we're just gonna fight these guys. We are rock and rolling on food now.
Ah, damn small town
Okay.
cops.
Yep, engage. Let's see what we got. I don't think we can't handle this by any means.
You might be
Okay,
able to place
4.5.
their palms on
One of the
this.
hostiles you're facing has a special power. Special powers are signified by wooden tokens on the left side of the creature cards. Enemy powers can trigger during the negotiation phase or during combat. They may trigger once or every few rounds. If you hover over a creature card, you'll see detailed description, okay? Who's got the special ability? Is it this guy? Power. Add a constable to the search party every round. Okay, let's see. Hang on, what? I can't see how much that costs. Is it 3? I think it's 3. It also looks like it's positive 3, and that's going to corrupt him.
I'm kind of a big deal.
And then we need to get
That was you.
1.5 out. Oh, cool. A level 2 that only costs 2. Hell yeah. And then I'm going to get 1,
My
2, 3,
friend
4.
Volpan needs
So I'm down 1, but that's fine. Yeah, we had... Oh, I'm down 2? Did we start at 5 or 4? I don't remember. Using the hint system multiple times may give more explicit help for more complex situations. Nope, I don't feel like we need it now. Oh, snap. Hang on, maybe we do. What? I don't want to take damage, though. You just used a skill card, but the only effect was to move it to the next location. Yeah, it's not the most efficient way to travel, but skill cards with no effect on a particular location or encounter will always at least remove this card and move to the next card. Okay. If what you need for a mission is to reach a card somewhere in the exploration deck, moving forward is usually useful. Yeah, I guess what about, yeah, like our deck? Nothing in here seems explicitly that helpful. Maybe eavesdrop, but... Yeah, screw it, we'll use it. Get through the maze. How are we going to cross that maze? Find the map, it's somewhere around. I'm pretty sure it's in that locked greenhouse. Brother, I've tried. I've tried to use the dude on the locked greenhouse. What do you mean? Alright, give me some food. Cycle this freaking gardener back. Cool. Make me fight again. At least one of your adventurers is down to their last few skill cards. Maybe you can use the rest deck. No. I just want to unlock this thing, dude. I also don't want to take damage. Here, we can get some fame here, but I guess we will take damage. Just give me the gardener again. I've had you 1,000,000 times. We don't want to kill him. But we need him, so here. I'll give you $1. Okay, now where's the freaking locked gate? Really? I don't need another one of you. But I also don't want to do combat right now. Okay, food. Yeah, here, give us 4 food. That's fine. Because we got 2 of you. Okay. We have... Yes. Have we not had the dude before? I could have sworn we have. Move to Winter Garden. Maybe we haven't. I don't know. I thought I tried it before. Or maybe I confused that little tower icon with the, like, replacing it with the next one icon. That's probably what I did. Looks like a map of the labyrinth, but only the last part of the maze. That's the only part we need. Perfect. Let's go back and follow the map from the center of the labyrinth. Cool. Alright, that's my bad. If I'm reading this right, we should be there in no time. Good thing, too. It's almost nighttime. Perfect timing. The darker, the better.
That's Lady Foretales' manor.
Finally. Hey, maybe that was the hard part, and it's all downhill from here. Wishful thinking. It's getting dark. Time to get down to business. Hold on a second. This could be our last chance to rest up. Need my nimble hands at the ready. Sometimes your adventurers won't have their best skill cards in their hand, but don't worry. Anytime you're not in combat, you can trade a skill card from your hand for another one. Just drag the card above its owner's deck and choose the new card. If the card is unavailable from your draw pile, you will have to pay a fixed price of 1 food per card. It's a little expensive, especially considering you could have rested to regain several cards at once, but the cost of resting can be also pretty high, so be careful not to burn through. Okay, do we have a normal rest? We do. We'll do a normal rest just in case. Jesus! That was a lot. Alright. Nimble hands. Under the cover of night, Volpane ghosted into the manor undetected. He darted through the corridors until he reached the main hall. There, in plain sight, stood the lyre in all its splendor, glinting in the moonlight. All he had to do was reach out and take it. Cool, got it.
The second he touched the mysterious lyre, Volpane felt an ancient power flowing through him. Reality fractured and exploded into an infinite number of worlds.
Cool.
All identical and yet somehow distinct. Beyond the webs of fate, he witnessed all possible futures, resonating, vibrating, clashing.
That's rad.
Then he saw, and he knew. He, his loved ones, his city, his kingdom, his world, everything was going to disappear, swallowed up by a cataclysm whose origin lurked behind the veil of possibilities.
Ooh. The second he touched the relic, the sheer power of the visions caused poor Volpane to collapse on the spot. Leo took his unconscious friend on his back and fled the mansion, an army of guards on their heels. Hang in there, old friend. We'll get through this. I'll deal with the guards, and you get to safe place. Volpane! Congratulations, the graveyard deck is empty. You managed to complete this mission with absolutely no victims. It might not always be this easy, but beware, if you leave a trail of bodies behind you, you may have to face the consequences later. Oh, so like, if we didn't use our fame and grimness to get out of battles, I guess we would have actually killed them and they would have ended up there. And maybe our guys too. I don't know though, because I don't imagine they would stay dead because it seems very character-driven. Whoa. Vulpin awoke in the forest of Ronseregi? Okay. Why would you make that your forest name? His head throbbing, the lyre was on the ground beside him, but Leo was nowhere to be found. Leo? Where is he? What happened? At that moment, he remembered the visions.
God,
Whoa.
is it real?
Before he had time to think, Vulpin was struck with a vision of his friend in prison. A wave of despair swept over him. Leo, where are they taking him? Are they going to execute him? Oh gods, please no. This is a Doom event card. It symbolizes tragic events that only Vulpin can see, and that will lead to the world to its end. The number above the Doom event indicates how many turns you have left before it happens, or at least that's if you do nothing to prevent it. Each mission you complete costs a turn, but don't worry, if you fail to complete a mission, you can always retry with no time penalty. I need to help him before it's too late. They must have locked him up in Eisenberg prison. This is a mission card. The choice of missions you complete and the order in which you complete them is crucial to preventing Doom events from occurring. Missions also contain secret side objectives and choices, all leading to different outcomes. It's up to you to experiment and make the right choices to fight fate. What? Wait, what the? Oh, there's more.
It can't be.
The militia onslaught. Vulpin was struck with another flash, the smell of blood, the clash of metal, the roar of battle, a vision of massacre yet to come. The miners strike. Father, the militia are preparing an attack on the blockade. Lady Cattell must be behind this. I have to warn them, or they'll be slaughtered. If I'm going to warn the miners, I'll need to find their leader, Karst. They won't budge an inch without his say-so. Gah, what have I done? It's this damn instrument. Vulpin looked at the strange lyre with disgust. I wish I'd never touched the blasted thing. Maybe if I give it back to Lady Cattell, that might smooth things over. After all, fault confessed is half redressed. If I write a letter of apology and present it to the Council of Mothers, they might be able to put pressure on Cattell and prevent her from ordering the massacre. Vulpin looked at the lyre once more before packing it into his satchel. Slowly, painfully, he dragged himself to his feet. All right, Vulpin, you can fix this. He took a look around in an effort to get his bearings. To his left, he saw fumes of the city rising above the trees. To his right, the silhouette of the Ferris Mountains, shrouded in the acrid smoke from the mines. Better get moving. Your adventure begins now. Make your own choices and discover their consequences. Discover their consequences sounds awful. Welcome to Foretales. Wow. Cool. Okay, so... Whoa. Damn, that's a lot. Huh, how neat. Okay, so, like, yeah, the missions were, you know, what we just saw, the actual, like, moment-to-moment gameplay, but then you have this overarching story and, like, consequences and chain reaction kind of thing. So, oh, man, that sounds pretty intense. I wonder how many endings and outcomes there are to everything, because, like, you know, if we try and prevent this, we lose turns on this, but... maybe we would like save him from prison so we get him back in our party to make other missions easier. And ideally, I'm sure a perfect run you would prevent all of these Doom events or whatever. That's super cool. I definitely might play this a lot more off a stream. But yeah, that was Foretales. If you guys want to check it out for yourselves, I will drop a link in the description down below. As always, I do appreciate you stopping by the channel to hang out with me for a bit. If you want to see content similar to this, I will put a playlist on the screen for you now, guys. And I will catch you all on the next one. Love you now. Bye.